Hello, I'm Carrie Pierce, and I am so excited for you guys. These next 30 days, we're gonna be on an extravagant adventure together. 30 days to get your strict pull-up. There's so many benefits that come with doing your first strict pull-up. You're gonna increase your upper body strength, your shoulders, your back, your core. Also, there's just nothing quite like the feeling of getting that first strict pull-up. Right now, I want you to envision doing that strict pull-up and just imagine how good it's gonna feel when you get it. You're gonna be more confident, you're gonna have skills that you've never had before. You'll be a better version of yourself in 30 days from now. Recently, I read an article and it talked about how women can't do pull-ups, and it basically said why you shouldn't even try. Well, I was reading it and I got rather upset, so I got really excited to be coming out with this program and to teach so many people how to do a strict pull-up in 30 days. You need 5 days a week, just being with me for less than 10 minutes a day, and you'll be on your road to getting that first strict pull-up. 30 days, 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week. All you are going to need is a pull-up bar. No excuses. I'm really excited. Whether you are a working mom, you just have a job, you're trying to further your education, even if you work out a lot, you just haven't figured out quite the way to get your pull-up, I'm really excited to be on this journey with you. Like I said, no matter what your schedule is, 10 minutes a day. You can be working a 9-to-5 job, you have kids, come home, get it in, set a schedule, 5 days a week. That's what I want. As far as timing, ideally you are doing this program when you are fresh, it's not after a workout. Though if that's the only time you can get it in, but make sure you are focusing each and every day, have these 10 minutes set aside so that you are working on that strict pull-up. I'm really excited if you can't tell. Also, a little side note, nutrition. So when you're doing pull-ups, if you weigh a little bit less, it's gonna be a little bit easier. You don't have quite as much weight to lift. So during these next 4 weeks, I want you to try and eat a little bit cleaner, make some healthier choices. It will allow you to get to your first strict pull-up that much sooner. And as I said, you're just gonna feel more confident, and just when you're eating, when you're making those choices, envision yourself doing your first strict pull-up, and I know you're gonna make better choices. You're just gonna feel better. Your recovery is gonna be better. You're gonna be able to work out better. So you will get that first strict pull-up. So also, another thing that I want to make a little note of, we are doing a lot of pull-ups, a lot of time on the bar. So I have some hand grips here. You want to protect your hands while you're doing them. It's also, when you wear grips, it's gonna help you grip the bar better. You're going to get your first strict pull-up sooner. Helps you grip the bar. The stronger your grip is, the sooner you're going to be able to get that pull-up. It will also protect your hands so that when you're doing pull-ups 5 days a week, if your hands aren't used to it, we'll keep them nice and healthy, no rips. It's gonna be great. Right now, I like the 2-finger grips because it's a minimalist approach. As you can see, you can still see a lot of the palm of my hand. They have a lot of varieties. Victory grips are great. You can have 2 fingers. There's some with 3 fingers, some with 4. They even have grips that you don't have to completely wrap your fingers in. There's freedom. You just wrap your hand on the bar. The grip sits so nicely. So real quick, I'm gonna show you on the pull-up bar the way that your grips will fit. So I have the 2 fingers. You're going to wrap your hand around the bar just so you get a nice little dowel effect. So right when I jump up, my grip is directly underneath the bar, as you can see. So I get a nice little grip, extra help as I am hanging from the bar. So keep your hands protected. Let's get on the show. Day 1 is going to begin soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Dan. He is going to be the demo man for learning day 1 of pull-ups. He's really excited. He's gonna be on this journey with you guys along with me. When we're doing the workouts, he's gonna show you what to do. We're gonna show you what not to do, so you'll know exactly what you're getting yourself into. We're all in this together, really excited. So, basics, when you are going to do your first pull-up. When you jump up to the bar, I want your hands just wider than shoulder width apart. Dan will show you right here, jump up, and I want you to wrap your thumbs around the bar so that will make a nice strong grip for your pull-ups. You're gonna be nice and secure. Notice his hands are just wider than shoulder width apart. He has a nice strong grip on that bar. Also, you can see he is in that nice hollow body position. His shoulders are engaged. You can see there's a little bit of space between his shoulders and his neck. We want that shoulder engagement the whole time you are on the bar. No lazy shoulders. Nope, that's no good. Yep, we want that nice tension when you are hanging from the bar. Go ahead and come down just for a second. We'll give him a second to relax. Next, we are going to go into the pull-up. As you are starting to do it, a few things that you should be thinking about so that you will have a successful pull-up. Go ahead and jump back up. So now that he's hanging from the bar, when he goes to do his first strict pull-up, he has those nice tight shoulders. Then he is thinking about pulling his elbows down to the ground. So he's just gonna give you a half pull-up, and you're gonna notice his elbows pulling down to the ground. Good, then coming right back down. So when you go to do your strict pull-up, that's what I want you to think about. Your shoulders are engaged. You're pulling your elbows down to the ground as hard as you possibly can. The reason you are doing this program is you don't quite have your first strict pull-up yet. Sometimes it's because you don't have the upper body strength. You might not know the movement patterns. So that's where I'm going to give you some small cues through the entire thing to think about so that we can learn that first strict pull-up and you know what you are doing in order to get to that first strict pull-up. So the beginning of our workout for day one is going to include doing a variation of that pull-up. You're going to pull yourself as high as you can. So we are also going to include some either ring rows or bar rows, depending on what equipment you have. So we have a pair of rings, so we are going to use these rings for the ring rows. Dan is going to demonstrate what is known as an inverted row. So he's going to set his hands on the rings. He's going to walk his feet out right in front of him. His arms are going to be nice and extended. Then he's going to keep his core nice and tight. He's going to be in a hollow body position, and he's going to pull himself up to the rings so that his ribs come in contact with his wrist. So then he's going to come right back down. If that's too difficult and he can't get his wrists all the way up to his ribs, he's going to move his feet back, and that's going to make it a little bit easier. He's going to bring his shoulders up, and he's going to pull himself up. More weight is in his feet, so it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit less work on his upper body. Like I said, I want you to make sure you're pulling up all the way. The goal is to get your feet as far underneath as possible. If you can't do that, then you will move your feet back. Notice how his core stays nice and tight. He is not flopping around as he does it. Yes, we want your core engaged the whole time, because on the pull-up bar, your core is engaged the whole time. You are staying nice and tight throughout the entire pull-up. Good. Go ahead and relax. The last exercise that we are going to do in day one is an arch hold. Having a strong core is very important when you are doing a pull-up. We are going to use the arch hold between sets, so it's kind of like an active rest. But as I said, your core is going to be very important when you're doing pull-ups. We need a nice strong core. So Dan is going to lay flat on his stomach for me. We are going into an arch hold. So legs together, arms are going to be right by his ears, and he's going to be lifting up nice and high. His arms are a little wide right now, so I want them closer to his ears. Good. Yep. Lifting up, squeezing. Yep. That head nice and neutral. For the arch hold, everyone's going to be at a different level depending on how high your arms come up, how high your legs come up. Everyone is at their own place. So just lift them up both as high as you possibly can. Good. Go ahead and relax. Very nice. So as I said, today is going to include those three exercises. The first, we're going to start off. It's going to be a 4-minute workout. Every minute on the minute, you are going to start your work. You're going to work for 30 seconds. Then you're giving me 30 seconds of rest. So what we are doing for those first 30 seconds, as Dan demonstrated earlier on the pull-up bar, we are attempting a pull-up. I want you guys to video this first attempt so that we can see where you're starting at. Then at the end of the 30 days, we'll be able to see that pull up. So I want to see the progress of each and every one of you. So for the first minute, you're jumping up, you're in that nice hollow body hold, shoulders are engaged, you're just gonna pull yourself as high as you can. If it's this far I can get, and then I come down, that is totally fine. Maybe you're a little closer, maybe you can pull almost all the way up, and then that's all you have. No matter where your starting point is, you are gonna just pull up as high as you can. Then we are coming back down to that hang. You are staying on the bar for 30 full seconds. Then you come down and you get 30 seconds of rest. So there's no reason not to hang on that bar for 30 seconds. We are going through that 4 minutes. That's it, 4 minutes. Then we are moving on to those wonderful ring rows. So if you don't have a set of rings at home, you can either use your pull-up bar and add a chair or something of a higher, that's a little bit higher, or here I have a barbell and I have a rack. So I'll just take my bar right after I'm done with my pull-ups and I will put it in my rack. Same thing that Dan did with the rings over there, you are going to do on the bar right here. The only difference is instead of having the rings that move with you, our hands are going to be in that same pull-up position, just wider than shoulder width apart, still walking your feet directly underneath, pull up, chest to the bar. If that's too difficult, I can pull myself up a little bit and I'm going right here. No matter what your level is, move your feet in and out as needed. As he demonstrated earlier, that core is nice and tight. We are not flopping around. You are going to do 5 reps of inverted rows. Then you're going to a 15-second arch hold on the ground as Dan demonstrated earlier. We are going through 5 rounds of this at your own pace, but you don't want to rest too much. It's basically back and forth and back and forth. We're giving your arms a little rest while you're doing the arch hold so that you can continue to work. One last thing for the inverted rows, I want you making these as hard as you can. So if you can do the version with your feet out farther, then that's what you're going to do. If you physically can't, you will move your feet in. This is to make you better. This is to make you stronger. It is going to be difficult, but it's certainly going to be worth it. We're in this together. I'm excited for you.